I've always been drawn to the quaint little town of Puhoi, and at the same time I've been intrigued by my ability to speak German, having never been to Germany or even taken the subject at school. My mum says it's probably because I have roots in Puhoi. I had to tell her, Mum, the truth is we'd only ever kissed. But what she really meant was my great-great-grandfather, Wenzel Rismer, was on the first boatload of pioneers that came to settle the township of Puhoi. So today, instead of just partaking in the fine amber liquids of Puhoi, I thought I'd have a bit of a deeper look at the place. The Germans here are originally from Bohemia, a German-speaking beer-swilling country in Eastern Europe. It's no coincidence that the pub is the largest building in town, and today I'm doing a gig at Wenzel's old watering hole. This is the Puhoi Tavern. It was the first building ever erected in Puhoi, so obviously the Bohemians had their priorities right. Initially, all the beer was brought up from Auckland by boat. It was one of the few days you could catch everybody in town. Now, the local publican that owns it now has been arrested some 49 times for trading outside normal trading hours, so obviously the town still has its priorities right.
Yep. Got your own teeth?
Have I got my own teeth? Oh, some of them.
Hey.
go borrow them.
You don't like them.
So were all the convictions for staying open too late, were they?
Yep, serving booze after hours. Of course, those days, you're always trying to make a quid out in the sticks. I've never been barred from the pub, so that's it.
That'd be a hard call, wouldn't it, if they barred you from your own pub?
Wouldn't worry me, I'd just shut the bloody place down. I bought it for myself anyway.
Yeah.
Why are all these people here? I bought the pub for myself. Why are all these people here drinking my booze? I've only got to order some more.
No, mate, no, I'm starting now. I can go for 9 hours, mate.
Oh, that's all right.
How long's the pub open? You could do with another conviction, couldn't you? 50 convictions, all right? No, not impressed. No. I've struggled hard and I've worked my way right up so that I can play on a lawn now. In an open-air pub. For free. Yeah. It's really going to put food on the table, isn't it, eh? This here is the first ever Bohemian wayside shrine in New Zealand. This particular one is in memory of the Puhoi pioneers. I suppose there's some resemblance there. Beer, eh? My granddad always said have a beer for breakfast and live a long and healthy life. I never met him though because he died before I was born. My great-great-granddad Wenzel, he was the only one of his family to actually come out. Oh, not out of the closet, I mean out from Bohemia. I suppose that probably made him the black sheep of the family. Lots of people used to refer to my great-great-granddad Wenzel as a, shall we say, admirer of sheep, but he used to prefer to call it making love. Come here. Dirty dog, dirty dog, in your bed, I'm a dirty dog, the sheep's clothes, a dirty dog, I'm too big. If this makes me look like a sheep warrior, I won't be impressed. The Bohemians had a good sense of rhythm and some interesting ways of attracting the opposite sex. Frank and Laurie Rauner's grandfather came out on the same ship as my great-great-granddad Wenzel. Oh, bring back my body to me. Brilliant. You've been here all your lives?
Yes. Yeah.
So the family stayed here forever, have they?
That's right.
And I bet you've got a story or two to tell about that, haven't you?
Right. We had a dance up here and they brought a truckload of girls up from the Mondosai and Takapuna and they threw me on the back with them. That was some of the work girls were working down there. Yes. Alice Brown and them. So we had a lot of beer. We went up the road about a mile and pulled up there and of course all us young fellas thought this is great, all these girls. So we started pashing them up and gee, they felt nice, tasted good. We got back down here and walked in the hall in the lights and it wasn't quite as pretty as I thought she felt.
And then was there such a thing as safe sex in those days? Did you was condoms or anything like that?
No, we never heard about condoms. Well, I'm afraid I've never used one.
Never used one?
No.
How many children do you have?
4.
As you can imagine, I'm quite a romantic. I started using one of those new extra sensitive condoms. I figured when we finished having sex, it could stay up and talk to her. I got one of those ribbed condoms for her pleasure, turned it inside out. In 1963, they celebrated the centennial of Puhoi. My mum was here for the event and many an amber liquid was partaken in. Of course, 9 months later, my great-great-grandfather Wenzel ended up with a great-great-grandson named Ewan. His name was Wenzel, and he was actually the local butcher here, and he was famous for his sausage. And like all the local girls, they always wanted a bit of Wenzel sausage. Another local husband around here was heard to say that Wenzel should be bloody well hung, and his wife was heard to say that he is. The mantle of Grandad Wenzel's famous sausage has been passed down from generation to generation. Now, have you ever noticed, though, that if a guy says, oh, it's not quantity, it's quality, he's usually the guy with a small cock, isn't he? Not me, I'm fucking huge. Now, back in the beginning of Puhoi, many of the menfolk had the first name Wenzel. There were never any infidelity disputes over my Grandad Wenzel's famous sausage. If any of the womenfolk were asked who the father of their child was, they could quite safely say, Wenzel. Well, this is it. This is my great-great-granddad Wenzel's piece of land. He was given this piece of land, about 20 acres, I think. Being that he was under 18, if he was over 18, they would have given him 40 acres. It's got the most gorgeous view. Wow, it's so beautiful here. I could just stay here forever. I think I can build my castle, find a princess and make her my queen. Ever since my baby left me, I found a new place to grow. It's in a little patch of bush on Cripner Road. You know I'm growing my only till I'm high.